When understanding how to communicate love, it's not only important to understand how your spouse or significant other feels love, but also how you do as well, and how you express so that both of you can feel a complete love. So, how does a person feel love? There are actually 5 love languages. This sounds like a completely mushy and corny topic, but actually, once discussed and you're informed, you'll actually feel that it's pretty relevant. During this discussion, I'm going to be talking about the 5 love languages, what they are, what their origin are, and how they can be expressed in a relationship. Now that you know that there is such a thing as 5 love languages, let's discuss how they became. The author of the 5 love languages is Jerry Chapman. He's a working minister who's been married for 45 years. Through his struggles and his successes, he thought up the concept of the 5 love languages. He's also the author of the 5 languages of apology and the 5 languages of children. The purpose of the 5 love languages, though, is to be able to express your love for your soulmate and for them to feel it, as well as you to be able to know and understand your own love language, so that both of your relationships can be full and meaningful. Now that you know the purpose of what the love language is and what the origin is, let's talk about what the love languages are. So, there are actually 5 love languages. The first is words of affirmation, second, acts of service, third, receiving gifts, fourth, quality time, and 5, physical touch. Words of affirmation is expressing your appreciation to your significant other through positive words and encouragement. This could be telling your spouse how good of a job they did, how well they look, or anything to that effect. There are still 4 more love languages. The second is acts of service. Acts of service are those gestures that assist your significant other. An example of an act of service could be doing the laundry for your significant other, cooking, cleaning, maybe building something, anything to where your spouse did not actually ask you to do something, but you did it because you wanted to express your love. The third love language is receiving gifts, which is, of course, giving your significant something that you believe is meaningful or can express your love. The fourth love language is quality time. This consists of you putting aside time to spend with your significant other and giving them your full attention. So, unlike a lot of us, this is not sitting and watching TV with our spouse. This is actually the time that you spend with each other in a quiet room or somewhere where you can talk and express your own feelings and your love. The final love language is physical touch. This is not only sex, but also hand-holding, kissing, cuddling, or being just close enough to touch your loved one. Now that we've discussed the 5 types of love languages, let's analyze why they're important. The 5 love languages are important to know so that you know not only what your love language is, but your spouse knows their own and yours as well. The first step is to identify what your own love language is. Most couples actually don't have the same love language. It's important not to assume that your spouse has the same love language as you. You may have the love language of words of affirmation and you keep giving your spouse compliments, but those are only words to that person and they actually have a different love language. So all the time you're speaking your own love language and your spouse has a different one, so you are assuming that they're feeling loved when they're actually not. This can cause stress on both individuals because they each have a feeling of being empty and that their spouse actually doesn't get them or love them. Now that you're aware why love languages are important, you can express them as you need as well.